and NGOs. And then we discuss these things. We put sense into this into the sub-county policing model so that people can get to understand. We want to continue assuring the public that ever since the merger of forces and stations occurred in some of the vulnerable places, we've not gotten any new attacks on police posts and police stations.
Meanwhile, police reports an increase in cases of child stealing and kidnap for quick money, calling for more vigilance among parents. Police over the weekend shot at one Mwanje Fred, a suspected serial kidnapper, after linking him to a syndicate of kidnaps, asking ransom from parents.
Trying to apprehend the suspect, bullets were discharged that injured the suspect, and he later on succumbed to the injuries. So we have also discovered that he has been involved in many kidnaps for ransom in Entebbe, in Katwe, Nsanji, and many other areas. So far,
Abdul Nasser Luwama, UBC News.
Now, the International Crimes Division Court in Kololo has set the 20th of February 2023 to proceed with the pre-trial hearing of the case against National Unity Platform legislators Mohamed Sejirinya and Alan Sewanyana. The duo are facing murder charges, terrorism, attempted murder, among others. This was due to the absence of the trial judge, Lady Justice Alice Chomhanji, as communicated by the Registrar of the Court, Pamela Lamono.
Legislators Mohamed Sejirinya, representing Kawempe North, and Alan Sewanyana from Machinde West have appeared at the International Crimes Division Court in Kololo via video conferencing before Registrar Pamela Lamono formation of the case. Court had directed prosecution to update it on the preparations of the trial as regards the petition in the Constitutional Court and the bail application in Masaka High Court. However, this was impossible since the trial judge was absent in court.
Matter is not before me, and so I have no powers to make any such orders. My instructions are to adjourn this matter since the trial judge is indisposed.
The defense lawyer Samuel Muizi cited that the state and the prisons are delaying the process of getting justice for his clients.
We've gone to Chigo on 3 different occasions, but we've been denied access to the accused persons.
Prosecution led by Richard Bilivumbuka refuted these claims.
The trial judge guided on how to handle that issue. They can easily go to prison and visit them. So we cannot simply adjourn the matter in this same week, purposely from my senior colleague talking to their clients, which can be done in prison.
Muizi also highlighted on the dissatisfaction in Masaka High Court's reluctancy in handling the accused's bail application.
It has become very difficult for Masaka High Court to fix the bail application. Our outcry to the principal judge and the entire administration of justice to have the bail application fixed has fallen on deaf ears.
Since the accused persons appeared via video conferencing, prosecution prepared to court to issue a protection warrant of the accused persons in the next court sitting, which court granted. Registrar Pamela Lamono adjourned the matter to the 20th of February 2023 for mention. Rebecca Natongo.
Now, Uganda Alcohol Policy Alliance is calling upon legislators to enact the National Alcohol Control Law to cap the diverse effects of alcohol in the country. This was revealed during the 3rd Uganda Alcohol Policy Conference under the theme Uganda Free from Alcohol Harm.
Drink within their homes, and then
Uganda continues to grapple with the problem of illicit alcohol, with 80% of the alcohol uncategorized. It is against this backdrop that Uganda Alcohol Policy Alliance, a civil society organization, is calling upon legislators to fast-track the law which will address all the various aspects of alcohol production, citing that the existing legal framework is not adequate enough to address the problem at hand.
A piece of legislation with punitive penalties in that legislation, then we shall be able to control even those people who are currently producing alcohol with dangerous substances like ethanol, and it is not licensed. Do you know that close to 60% of the alcohol on the market is not licensed?
Legislation raised the minimum alcohol consumption age to 21 years, limit the drinking spaces. We shouldn't be selling alcohol near schools, near barracks, army institutions and things like that, in refugee camps. We try to narrow the drinking spaces, but also limit the drinking hours.
Uganda Alcohol Policy Alliance has also identified the need to set up a national coordination mechanism to scale up and guide interventions to control alcohol-related harms and ensure adherence to the laws.
Most people who are struggling with alcohol use disorders who we come into contact with are also struggling with other mental health challenges which can be traced back to childhood. For example, the childhood experiences, trauma, and the like. So if you look at what the effect of their use is on their children, you can see that it's a cycle. Even as they are struggling with the addiction, they are creating a problem for the future.
It's possible to really control and to some extent minimize seriously this harmful use of alcohol.
In the recent report shows that Karamoja and West Nile have the highest rates of alcohol consumption at 46% and 16% respectively. Both regions have a multidimensional level of 76%. Zahara Abigawa, UBC News.
Now, students from the National Defence College of Kenya have been commended for promoting the East African community agenda through linkages based on interests and culture. This was revealed by Chief of Defence Forces General Wilson Mbadi during a meeting with the Kenyan delegation at the Ministry of Defence and Veteran Affairs headquarters in Kampala. General Mbadi advocated for hard work to dismantle linkages based on identity as evidenced by the colonial demarcations. Now, the UPDF Joint Chief of Staff, Major General Leopold Kanda, emphasized the use of internal capacities to resolve conflicts and hailed the interaction of UPDF and NDC of Kenya in building a strong East African bloc. Now, the head of the Kenyan delegation, Major General Charles Kahariri, lauded UPDF and sister forces for stabilizing Uganda and beyond.
Stand still. Good morning, sir. Good morning. Delegation from NDC Kenya, post 25, ready, sir. Karibu, sit. Asante.
As I mentioned, I'm Major General Charles Kahariri. I am Deputy Commandant Military. Uganda is the only country that never drops off. We always visit Uganda plus other countries. So, and we are really honored that it's the only visit that we get to interact with the head of state, and that is the reason why we have, of course, for other reasons as well. Uganda being a very important partner of Kenya, we always have Uganda when we do our regional visits. So, I want to just say thank you.
The National Defence College of Kenya, who are visiting our country for a regional study tour to enrich their knowledge about contemporary issues in the region. And their theme for coming here was to interact with several MDAs in Uganda here about enable us what facilitates. It's about what facilitates economic prosperity and economy as a national instrument of power. And so I just told them that these enablers would probably mostly be strategic security, because security is a prerequisite, because integration creates a big market, which obviously is the survival of any economic activities in terms of negotiations for trade, negotiations for better trade policies, monetary and fiscal policies.
Yes, sir. What about your permission?
The Uganda Cancer Institute has today initiated a cancer screening exercise in Kasese to examine the extent of the disease in the district. Reports from Uganda Cancer Institute indicate that Kasese is among the districts that are leading in cancer cases this year.
Women, men and children went for cancer screening at Kasese Municipal Council Health Center 3. General Mbasu Mbadi, CDF, mobilized doctors from Uganda Cancer Institute. The public health specialist, Uganda Cancer Institute, Ekwan Richard, said they are screening for cervical cancer, breast cancer, prostate and hepatitis B, and the service.
Testing for hepatitis B. We know very well that hepatitis B is the major cause of cancer of the liver. So this is why we are here today for the 3 days.
Especially men, we have received the complaint, as I have heard it, you have heard here, that men are not all that active in coming. At the end of the day, if they use this opportunity, they will even fail to go and get treatment because they will have nothing to use to going to other hospitals. In Kasese, you don't have an hospital screening cancer. So let them.
Kasulilea, breast cancer survivor, advised women and men to keep visiting hospitals for checkups after 7 days or a month.
Skin, is it changing? Is there any change when you look at the breasts, your breasts? When you have looked at all those, you have to put your arm like this, then you start from here up to here, doing it like this, like this. What are we looking for? We are looking for something hard.
Masereka Sylvester, the beneficiary, said they have realized that the food they eat exposes them to cancer.
We've had today, we have actually realized that their lifestyle, the way we live, the way we eat, makes us very vulnerable to cancer.
Former commissioner from the Ministry of Education and Sports, Kule Baritazare, says that reports from doctors working with Uganda Cancer Institute at Mulago indicates that the number of cancer patients from Kasese was on increase at Mulago Referral Hospital.
That when you go to Uganda Cancer Institute, you find that there are many people coming from Kasese who are who present cancer, and we are trying to think that we thought that we should come back home, check on these issues, and we worked with Uganda Cancer Institute.
He called upon men in the district to come for cancer tests, since today the turn-up of the men was very low.
The male gender is still finding it difficult. We are really appealing to all the men to come and test, to go to the testing centers so that you know your status. Cancer kills, but it can be prevented, and if you know it early, you can be advised on how you should go about it.
The clinical officer at Kasese Municipal Council Health Center 3, Bera Harriet, told UBC that over 100 people had turned up for cancer screening.
Women, those ones who have screened today and have been screened negative, we shall again encourage them to screen for cancer of the cervix after 3 years. Because when we screen you today, it doesn't mean that you're now prone to cancer.
And at least 3,575 candidates have started examinations in 113 UNIMEM accredited examination centers. Executive Secretary, Uganda Nurses and Midwives Examination Board, Helen Mokakarisa Kataratambi, told UBC that at UNIMEM offices in Ntinda that the examination materials were dispatched in time.
The Uganda Nurses and Midwifery Examinations Board is conducting the 34th series of examinations starting from 5th to 16th of December for both the certificate and diploma courses. UNIMEB Executive Secretary Helen Mukakarisa Kataratambi says UNIMEB has put in place extra examination security measures to guard against any occurrence of malpractice and examination leakage.
So it doesn't mean that whoever will come is going to be taken. You pick out those ones who are suitable, those ones who pass according to the various questions that are put in place. So
the board is guided from the Ministry of Health and security organs to ensure that examinations in districts of Mubende and Kasanda that are under lockdown due to the Ebola epidemic are conducted.
We were given guidance by Ministry of Health, and we are following that guidance, and our examinations are going to be conducted safely in the 2 centers that we have in Mubende.
At Mulago School of Nursing, the principal Eve Kakonge Nampima says the school is operating on the directives of the President and the Ministry of Health.
We are having various disciplines. We have those ones who are doing diploma in nursing, both direct and extension. Then we have those ones who are doing midwifery, direct and extension. We have the e-learning program. Then we have the palliative. In total, the number of these students who are going to do these exams, they are 510.
The center coordinator of Mengo School of Nursing and Midwifery, Seguya Margaret, and the principal Mutiaba Masi encouraged parents to motivate learners into science subjects.
To thank God for UNIMEB, which prepares all these examinations and make sure that standards are kept up to date.
I would encourage all students who are doing their examinations to abide on what has been taught and to go to the field and do what has been taught to them, to be good nurses and midwives so as to serve the patients and achieve their goal of being professional nurses and midwives.
And in our HIV series today, our reporter Henry Okrut visited Kagwara landing site in Serere district to assess the HIV and AIDS situation, and now reports.
Such are characteristic of settings at fish landing sites in Uganda. Fishing boats on one side, youth gathered in groups on another, as girls and women go about their chores. As fishermen celebrate their catch, something could render such celebration short-lived. Here at Kagwara landing site, in the Teso district of Serere in eastern Uganda, HIV/AIDS is still a challenge.
The situation of HIV, as we talk now, it has lowered compared to those early days, because people have achieved trainings, they have achieved, they know what HIV brings.
It is partly blamed on reckless lifestyles by the youth.
When they take this marijuana, when they take beer, they cannot accept the advice being given to them by the VHTs, by the Ministry of Health, and also TASO.
43-year-old Jane Akol Anero is an HIV/AIDS counselor who is also a victim. She has lived with the virus for the last 18 years. Living positively, she doesn't wish any other person to fit in her shoes.
Auntie, I used to swallow my drugs well. I used to keep my time. I used to stay safe with only one person.
The president of Uganda recently emphasized prevention as one of the most effective measures in fighting HIV/AIDS.
And the reason for avoidance being the best solution
is that if you get infected, even when we put you on these treatments, there are certain activities which need a lot of physical exertion, which you may not manage. Like, for instance, army work, joining the army.
It is a gospel that has been spreading since the early days of HIV/AIDS in the country.
When my children were growing up, I told them that getting AIDS is an act of treason, because you arrest people of treason. If somebody is committing treason, you arrest him. So getting AIDS is an act of treason. You betray your family.
To Jane Akol and Nero, the scourge can be dealt a blow if all measures are embraced.
People living with HIV/AIDS, they should be with it. Hope that even though you are living with HIV/AIDS, you cannot produce a baby with what? Who is positive.
It is not clear how many Ugandans have been this optimistic. What is open for all to see is that the country is on course to end HIV/AIDS by 2030. Henry Okrut, UBC.
And the Ministry of Gender, Labour and Social Development has intensified the fight on cultural practices which compromise the dignity of humans. State Minister for Culture, Peace Mutuzo, says bride price, child marriages and female genital mutilation deprive the girl child ability to develop.
For Culture, Peace Mutuzo says the ministry has intensified the fight against all negative cultural practices to pave way for cultural development in the country.
All negative practices, other marriages, bride price, name them, female genital mutilation must be kicked out of our society and community. Not only in Kapchorwa, but even elsewhere in our communities. Wherever these bad practices that subjugate women start at an early age, we need to speak about them and against them from childhood. And so let us together take responsibility. Whoever is in a position of authority, be it on social media, the young people, this is your war.
Mutuzo says payment for bride price accompanied with heavy prize giveaway has economically impacted on marrying couples.
The young men who would have wanted to marry the loved ones but are constrained because of financial resources which parents really want to tag, we are against them and we support you young men. For the girls who want their freedom, even in their marriage, for respect for the rest of their lives, to ensure that they are developed enough, they are educated enough, they are empowered enough, it will still work for you.
Meanwhile, the Kwen District Chief Administrative Officer Awol Albina says female circumcision among girls in Kwen District stands at 20%, which attributes to the complex terrain of the district and porous borders perpetuators used to sneak in and take Ugandan girls to Kenya for circumcision.
We have had a lot of challenges in trying to fight FGM. When you look at the terrain of this region, it's so mountainous, and we have caves, and normally the circumcision of the female circumcision takes place in the caves. And you find that it's very difficult to reach those areas. The other side, we have the Bay of Kenya. So our people here, sometimes when they want this, they have relatives on the other side of the country. They can, if they find it tight from this side, they go to the Kenya side. They escape, they go, and then they are circumcised, the women are circumcised, and then they come back.
The Prime Minister of the Sabaud Culture Institution, Chemoznezi Habib, decried behavioral degeneration among children that were copied from other regions.
The girl child used to respect the parents. Why? On the dressing code. One could be putting well, not to put on the trousers, to respect the mothers, not to abuse the mothers. But these days, there is no respect completely to the young girl, to their parents. We don't have even the respect. That's why you find the boys are cutting their fathers, bangas. They are demanding many things.
And children at Ishasha DRC border and Queen Elizabeth National Park in Kanungu have resorted to engaging in petty business and early marriages after dropping out of school. This has increased the rate of school dropout and affects the development of the area.
Chantuhe Primary, a church-founded school bordering Queen Elizabeth National Park and Ishasha DRC border, is struggling with inadequate infrastructure to accommodate pupils. During a fundraising drive, they called on parents, pupils and well-wishers to support the construction of a multi-purpose hall. Residents, however, used the opportunity to raise the challenge of children dropping out of school to engage in petty business at Ishasha DRC border.
Business that goes with the borders, the children will go and do quick money and take things across the border and come and start small businesses, and as such they end up dropping out of school, because when you do it once, twice, you get a little money, get excited, and you feel you can now stop there and get married and start a new life.
Particularly, it is caused by their parents, especially during the harvesting season and even during the planting season, where they normally go to their homes to harvest crops.
The school director, Reverend Father Tamale Aluzia, said they are facing a big problem with parents who do not send their children to school but make them stay home in the gardens to scare birds and animals from encroaching on their rice gardens.
Is during opening days of the term, it is harvest time, and at the closing, so opening is planting, closing it is harvesting. The parents keep the children back home to do that job, and they don't value education so much, and this is also causing a lot of girls to find an alternative in early marriages than keeping in school.
We tried to visit some gardens in the area, and we found that rice is the most crop grown.
Tiana kutusako Shimba live ku Kampala Serena Hotel Victoria Hall Friday nga mwena December Negu Saturday nga 10 December Okuingira shinje mtwalo 15 Emeze ni kama ntomunana ya milioni 3 Hate alebadi Ogulanga buchari Mtwalo 10 Eno 2 days mega concert Ku Sunday nga 11 Freedom City 16 December Chotera Msawe 17 December Mbarara Ajip Motel 18 December Fort Porto Au Mubuhinga Stadium Wonexing mtwalo kumu VIP mtwale 3 Beautiful Shimba Swag Mama Ice Cream Queen Kama Waku konko ni nyimba zezo na hit to hit Kati musale wunga buchalava Tusale ko Serena Mujina wana bubaira mos butekelo Wana bubasiria pizza matuga mpuma Kati events Leti settings MTN.
It's our mission to secure your money.
Protecting your money is as important as earning it. It is for this reason that the Deposit Protection Fund of Uganda, DPF, was established by the government of Uganda to provide deposit protection to customers of regulated financial institutions. In the unlikely event that your commercial bank, credit institution or microfinance deposit-taking institution fails, the DPF will pay you up to 10 million Uganda shillings. Keep your personal information such as national identification number, mobile phone or an alternative bank account updated with your banker. Terms and conditions apply. For more information, contact DPF at Aha Towers, Plot 7 Lodell Road, Kampala. Call 0312-206-400 or visit our website at www.dpf.or.ug.
Paying for groceries the old way.
3, 4, yeah.
Allow me. Paying for groceries with the My Airtel app. You have the power in your pocket. The power to conveniently pay for goods and services. Unlock that power with the My Airtel app. Visit the App Store or Google Play now.
That's my wife.
At
At Timex Nutrition Center, we advise you on the right foods to eat, exercise profile to adopt, and lifestyle strategies which are compatible to your blood group and genotype. This empowers your body to prevent and treat many diseases like diabetes, blood pressure, arthritis, ulcers, obesity, and many others. For more information, find us at our head office in Kampala on Nassa Road, Conrad Plaza, 2nd floor, or call 0758 819 952 or 0778 288 361. We also have other branches in Mbara and Jinja.
Did you know that a cashless, secure, and convenient lifestyle is possible with Airtel Money Pay? Pay for your goods and services in the following simple steps. Dial *185 *9#. Enter the merchant ID. Enter the amount. Enter payment reference, for example, school items. Please enter PIN to confirm. You will receive a confirmation message for a successful transaction. Airtel Money. Instant, secure, borderless.
Welcome to Friends Stadium. Everybody's ready. Wait a second, not everybody. Come on, dude. It's the FIFA World Cup. You're going to lose your seat, the ritual seat, the lucky one. Losing more than a seat, your team is going to lose. Where are you, dude? The match is about to start. Your friends won't hold out much longer. Excuse me. Finally, everything is in the right place. Hey, other hand. And you, do you have everything you need to believe?
Welcome back. You are still watching News Tonight. International volunteer organizations of Uganda have echoed the need of a university of therapists that will identify and support children living with disability. The founder and director, Home of Hope, Edith Lakwabwe, says at least 2.1 million persons are disabled, although the figure does not include children below 5 years.
Being honored to take care of a child with disability, to love children with disability. I just thought this was the end of my world and this is what I have to do, because people put me so much down that she chose to take care of useless people. I literally know that there are some people with love who will come out and say, no, what you're doing is great. I was only waiting for the crown from the Lord, but I'm so.
The founder and director, Home of Hope, Edith Lakwabwe, has called upon volunteer organizations to support the underprivileged.
Because it has been hurting me for all of the years. When my son passed on, Derek passed away, but his family never saw Derek until to the end of the grave. And this kept on breaking my heart. Every time I wake up and find a child on my doorway, being abandoned, given sleeping pills, wrapped in a bed sheet, very skinny. The child has starved for a long time and the child has not died, and they chose to abandon this child at Home of Hope. I feel like, what is the next world?
The volunteers say there is need to get more people on board to save humanity.
So Hope of Hope care 91 severely disabled children with deepest love. And Hope of Hope is not simply a care facility, but also help equip nation and change the culture to enable it to understand and embrace children with disability.
The volunteers donated items worth millions to Home of Hope in Jinja. Sudat Kaye, UBC News.
Chambogo University is set to hold its 18th graduation ceremony, scheduled on the 7th till the 9th of December this year. The university will graduate 12,080 students, the largest number since its inception at a physical function.
From 7th to 9th December 2022. The ceremonies were delayed by the late installation of the University Chancellor, Professor John Okidi.
So with the
installation of the Chancellor, then we now have the authority to conduct graduation, because it's the Chancellor who confers these degrees, both doctorates, masters, bachelors, diplomas, and certificates on the students.
The university will hold graduates from sister universities, at least 30 students, who complained of not appearing on the graduation list will not graduate, as the university is still investigating the case.
All of them and subjected them to investigation. Interestingly, most of these students had retakes. They had not finished their program. So if you still have a retake, you cannot get your name on the graduation list. It also turned out that some students had connived with the wrong elements in the university to alter their marks. That followed an investigation conducted through my office and the Academic Registrar's Department with the help of the police.
Security cautions students planning to interfere with the graduation and refers them to court if not satisfied with the university decisions.
And it may cause a security breach and become a problem for us to identify such people. So we request all the invited guests and the graduates to follow the guidelines provided for the good of the day.
Out of 12,080 students graduating, 250 scored first-class degrees and 5 PhDs. Lydia Chomkama, UBC News.
Now, leaders in Rubaga division have pointed out corruption and politicizing of development programs as hindrances to development in the division. This was during a meeting with the Minister for Kampala, Hajat Misa Kabanda, organized by RCC Herbert Anson Burola, who halted the Parish Development Model Program in the division.
Last week, RCC Herbert Addison Burola halted all the process in the Parish Development Model Program in Rubaga Division, alleging mismanagement of the program. The move raised concern among leaders in Rubaga Division, saying it's intended to hinder development of the division. Minister for Kampala, Hajat Misa Kabanda, and State Minister Kabuye Chofabye have held a meeting with leaders in Rubaga Division. In the meeting, leaders paid the town clerk, Sentongo Thomas, and the technical team for failing the development of the division.
But technical personnel one oba bechikugu bayisamu amaaso political win intentionally sibonna naye abasinga obungi
tawunikira akabaddeyo naye kati nsaba mmwe bwe kiba kisoboka nga mwina obuyinza bannaye mutuyambe mumutwale.
So the best we could do as a procedure is to send him to the disciplinary committee, first of all to be listened to, but also to intensively and deeply explain to us, which we couldn't do in the public here.
Leaders also raised the concern of corruption and policing programs like Parish Development Model, Emyoga and NADS that aim at developing residents.
Kubanga mu council batuletera list eriko namba y'abantu abalina okufuna NADS. Ne tusaba nti enamba eno wadde mugituwadde ng'eri 252 naye mutuwe ne ku list y'abantu bano naye tetwafuna feedback.
Tetumanyi na sente mmeka baaloketinga mu departments ez'enjawulo. Ekintu ekyo nakikola dda ne nkiyimbirira ne bakyeta mu komiti yange walayi ekyo kyagaana. Tetusobola kubeera awo nga gavumenti efiirwa ssente abantu tebafuna abantu ebeekalakasa. Nze okwekalakasa nyinza okuba siwagera enaale naye oba weekalakasa oyinza okuttiramu omwana wange.
The high property tax rates were among the issues raised by leaders and asked the ministers for devolution of Rubaga division.
Twali tugereka emisolo twakozesa ba intani nga tebamanyi bo basanga ng'ennyumba nga tebaguza nga bakola mwaddayo emabega okucekinga nti mwakola ensobi mugidde mugikole mbandika tibiri ku stewall. Tusaba ng'ekitongole KCCA ekomewo eddemu okwetegereza ku property rates.
That's the only solution now. Even if you blame the mayor, you blame the town, because now you say I'm at the whole. They have refused because it doesn't have any powers to do anything.
RCC Herbert Addison Burola explained what led to the halting of the Parish Development Model.
Result of making sure that we make things right.
and several measures have been taken. Some people who were running the program have been changed. That is enough to show that actually what we have been talking about is right.
State Minister Kabyechi Ofatogabye advised the leaders on their concerns.
To us, it was very, very okay on that. We are going to resume operations tomorrow, as usual, as we continue engaging other stakeholders and also addressing the problems which the RCC had identified.
Minister Hajati Misa Kabanda promised to investigate the corruption allegations.
Nothing is there. It is just written in books. And according to our investigations, these are right. Fiscal planning, that's why buildings are collapsing. Just because of they're not approving plans, they're eating bribes before they have plans. I think the executive director has to act as fast as she can to see that things are not moving as they are moving right now.
Deborah Namamonde, UBC News.
Paying for groceries the old way.
3, 4.
Allow me. Paying for groceries with the Airtel app. You have the power in your pocket. The power to conveniently pay for goods and services. Unlock that power with the My Airtel app. Visit the App Store or Google Play now.
That's my wife.
At Timex Nutrition Center, we advise you on the right foods to eat, exercise profile to adopt, and lifestyle strategies which are compatible to your blood group and genotype. This empowers your body to prevent and treat many diseases like diabetes, blood pressure, arthritis, ulcers, obesity, and many others. For more information, find us at our head office in Kampala on Nassa Road, Conrad Plaza, 2nd floor, or call 0758 819 952 or 0778 288 361. We also have other branches in Barra and Jinja.
Welcome to the Living Room Stadium. It's the FIFA World Cup. The match is about to start. Food and drink ready. There's no space left for anyone. Come on, get your lucky chair. Take your usual spot. Even the puppy has one. It's preparation time. You can feel the tension in the air. And do you have everything you need to believe?
Welcome back. You are still watching News Tonight. Now in business news, former warriors in Karamoja are generating income at a livestock market constructed with support from government to encourage business in Amudat district. Now, despite the market being active, there are still cases of raids in the area. Ivan Kawa reports.
Garita Livestock Market at the border of Uganda with Kenya in Amudat district converges traders every Friday for business. It is both a selling and slaughtering point for cattle, and sellers pay revenue to support the livestock market.
It's the one which is booming so far in Amudat compared to other sub-county and the town council.
The market supports in income-generating activities to warriors who surrendered guns during the disarmament.
If you can move around the town here, these are the very warriors who sell cows and they buy and sell cows. They're the very one who have constructed those permanent buildings.
The development initiative for Northern Uganda under the Office of the Prime Minister supported in the construction of structures and water connectivity.
You can see our market is too narrow. First of all, we have to expand it.
The local council introduced a registration book to capture details of the cattle, sellers and buyers to eliminate dealing in stolen animals.
So in case of such kind of allegation around, we are in position to follow up to know who sold to who and who buy to who.
There is a concern of isolated cattle raids in the area, though locals have been reporting suspected cases of theft to security forces.
And I've been so patient in time. Every time they're impatient. And next thing they're saying, should we always go to the bush to collect the guns also? Because they're really tired.
What we are planning now to do is to gauge our response at the time of receipt of the information. We clock it so that if we get any complaint of delay, then we go backwards and say, yes, what time did you receive this information?
The bridge linking to the market is also in a bad state and affects movement of automobiles during rainy season.
You have nowhere to pass. This one remained, the other one remained. There's a time a car tried to pass and it washed them. We lost people here. We have lost very many people. So if the government can come in, we really request for a bridge as well.
20 to 30 trucks enter the market every Friday. Ivan Kahua, UBC News in Amudat district.
And industrialists are urged to be conscious of their role in enhancing environmental and socio-economic development. The appeal was made by David Luimbazi, Deputy Executive Director, KCCA, at the launch of the Impact in 2022 East African Breweries Sustainability Report.
Report highlights key sustainability initiatives prioritized by the brewer, and they include preserving natural resources, promoting moderate consumption of alcohol, championing inclusion and diversity, and having a positive impact on the communities within which they operate.
Inclusion and diversity. How are we internally reflecting the face of Uganda? So how many women are in our business? Where you have, in manufacturing, a lot of it is very male centered, so we are trying to build the female capacity within the business, giving them opportunities, reaching out through STEM programs to draw interest in participating in manufacturing.
Supporting of local content in the sector tops the agenda of Diageo Global, Uganda Breweries parent company.
And we set a benchmark of 80% of our inputs should be locally sourced. And I'm proud to say we reached 80%. I'm not saying that's good enough. Frankly, it should be closer to 100%, especially given the currency volatility and the inflationary pressures that our company is facing. When you import something, you put pressure on the government because you have to have the forex to buy it, and you also put pressure on your own pricing strategy because of the cost implications of using it in your productions.
At the launch, Kampala Capital City Authority underscored the importance of industrialists to do more in tackling all forms of pollution and environmental degradation.
I like the goals, some of the activities you've undertaken, like planting 5,000 trees every year, reducing your carbon footprint by 95%. But we have other pressure areas. We need to protect wetlands, for example. We need to show industries that they don't need to discharge untreated effluent into our channels.
EABL Sustainability Report was released by all three subsidiaries in East Africa. It's intended to highlight the successes of each of the business units' sustainability efforts while committing to expanding and deepening the impact of the initiatives. Dennis Igoa and Jerome Omara for UBC Business.
MTN kutusako Shimba Life ku Kampala Serena Hotel Victoria Hall Friday nga mwena December Neku Saturday nga 10 December Okuingira shinji mtwalo 15 Emeze likaba ntomunana ya milioni 3 Hate alebadi wogulanga bujali Mtwalo 10 Eno 2 days mega concert Ku Sunday nga 11 Freedom City 16 December Chotela Mchawe 17 December Mbarara Ajip Motel 18 December Fort Porto au Mubuhinga Stadium Wonexings mtwalo kumu VIP mtwale 3 Beautiful Shimba Swag Mama Ice Cream Queen Gama Wakukonko na nyimba zezona hit to hit Kati musale wunga buchalaba Tusale ko Serena Mwigeno wana bubaira mos butekelo Wabana bubasiria pizza amatuga mpuruma Kenti event Leti setinze Ne
MTN. Oh, Susan, I want to propose to Rose. Yes, and this time I am serious.
Have you guys had sex?
Duh, of course.
And have you had sex without using condoms?
Hey, nga you're curious.
I'm more concerned. Are you having sex with other people?
Hey, hello. Is this an interview or what?
No, just things you should think about. Do you know Rose's HIV status?
Okay, this is serious. Should I be worried?
It is actually serious. Do you know your HIV status?
I think I am safe. Many times we get into situations that put us at risk of HIV. However, the first step to ending HIV is getting tested and knowing your results.
It's Time Up HIV. Call 0800-211-046 or text 8080 toll-free for more information about how to prevent HIV.
This message is brought to you by Ministry of Health with support from USAID.
Welcome back. And now in sports, David Plandelet and Monica Ntege-Azuba were crowned champions of the 2022 Uganda Seniors Open Golf Championship over the weekend after winning the overall gross with 80 and 85 in the men and women's categories respectively. The day-long championship took place at the Par 72 Uganda Golf Course in Kampala and was sponsored by the Uganda Civil Aviation Authority in celebration of the annual Aviation Week held since 1994.
He also has an offer from Moses.
Well, that does it for news tonight. Thank you for sticking with us throughout the hour. Yusuf Senyomo on sign language. I am Rodangonzi. Have yourselves a lovely night.
UBC, inspiring Uganda.
Such a big investment.
Yes, but life is even a greater investment.
Our doctors recommend Hemofort to help in quick recovery.
Hemofort is a medical syrup that's recommended for people of all ages, pregnant women, and people from all lines of work. Hemofort syrup helps the body's growth of red blood cells. It contains iron, vitamins, folic acid, and other essential elements necessary to keep both children and adults healthy and active. Hemofort. Build a fort around your family today. Keep all medicines away from children. If symptoms persist, consult your doctor.
World Cup kusimu nyimirwa action nyimirwa diva ngokozesa app ya Yo TV channels wona woli downloading app ya Yo TV channels wewandise always subscribing and number you kati predicting ufuna musogo wangulire birabonga boda smartphones gift hampers nebirala bingi okumanya ebisinga wo kozesa WhatsApp number yaffe noti musanvu munana musanvu munana nya mwenda munana munana tano naye amateeka n'okubakulizo bigobererwa.
Over the years, we've dreamed to get onto the world stage. We've had that dream crushed. We've witnessed a total defeat of what could have been our greatest moment. We've felt our spirits go up, only to take a hard fall. We've had our fires burn out and leave only scars. We've seized the wind and had it pulled from our grasp. We've seen pain, and we've seen loss of the last fragments of hope. But we are made of resilience, and resilience never stops dreaming. So, we will dream even bigger with the Cranes Cup Bowl 2026. Together, let's take Uganda to the next FIFA World Cup.
Together, let's take Uganda to the next FIFA World Cup. For every Now Special you buy, we will give 50 shillings to the Uganda Cranes 2026 fund. You will also get the chance to choose how the Cranes Cup Bowl contributions are spent. Now Special, official beer of the FIFA World Cup and official beer partner of the Uganda Cranes.
Alcohol is not for sale to persons under 18. Please drink responsibly.
Get yourself a Zuku TV decoder and satellite dish today at a low price of only 105,000 Ugandan shillings, and a Zuku decoder at only 60,000 Ugandan shillings, and enjoy your favorite movies, series, kids entertainment, music, local and international news, and lots more. Enjoy amazing packages like Zuku Smart Plus, Zuku Classic, Zuku Premium, and Zuku Asia. Get connected today. Zuku, life got better.
Inco is devoted to making professional quality tools affordable. Inco believes that top quality refers to not only function, usability, and appearance, but also efficiency, performance, and maintainability. Our products include safety products, air tools, garden tools, welding machines, generators, measuring tools, power tools, and many more others.
Roofings Group, the leading manufacturer of quality steel and plastic products, is proud to be associated with the live broadcast of the 2022 FIFA World Cup Qatar in Uganda. Sustainability is at the heart of Roofing's corporate social responsibility and resonates with the African philosophy of Ubuntu. I am because we are. Every year, Roofing Group provides over 500,000 free tree seedlings through the Regreen Uganda campaign drive. Roofing's factories do not emit fumes into the environment, making it the most environmentally friendly company in East Africa. Roofing's Group is a 360-degree steel and plastic construction requirement in Uganda. Roofing's products are UNBS certified and their processes are ISO accredited. Trust Roofings, the strength of a nation. For all your construction requirements, please call our toll-free number on 0800 240 100.
Roofings, strength of a nation.
Prestige Driving School, with over 20 years of driving training experiences and with more than 40 branches across Uganda. Licensed by the Ministry of Works and Transport and the only ISO certified driving school in the country. Offers fresh learner driving training, advanced driver training, defensive driving, and more. Enroll and become a professional driver. Prestige Driving School.
Affordable, professional, and
is a new world. We are going global. A new world of greater connectivity. From Entebbe to Dubai, London, Mumbai, and Guangzhou. Welcome aboard a great new experience. Uganda Airlines.
Soka nompa hemanga tona ginda Kenya unta esuse kodia Alasoga miuse nenkarama deli wanenyura Jonyambe umpe yoku hema Cause I love you hema Everybody know Oh hema Maziga ngaga mpomela
The season is underway! Buy, SMS, and score! It's Plascon Painted with the Color Competition. Buy 100,000 shillings worth of paint. SMS the code on the scratch card to 7197 and stand a chance to score 1 million shillings daily or share of 3 million. Border plus other prizes every Sunday at 6:55 p.m. on NBS TV. The game is on! Terms and conditions apply. Plascon. Color your world.
Welcome to the Great Sundowner. Take a Sente Whatever from 27th November to 3rd December 2022. Full week. Keynote trainer Omukenku Funyazi Julius Echuma Chuagada Chuma. Topic 1. Technology and Science. Biodiesel production, floating fish pellets production. Topic 2. Modern farming. Night rose cultivation, milk thistle, stinging nettle cultivation. Topic 3. Agribusiness. Eucalyptus oil manufacture, mango butter manufacture. Topic 4. Cottage industries. Laundry bar soap production from ash, non-chemical, toilet paper production. Buy a ticket at 100,000 shillings. Venue, Equatorial Mall Hall Rooftop, 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. daily. To book a ticket via mobile money, use 0703 152 152.
Get value for your money by choosing the right paint. With Global Paints, you don't just paint, but paint for generations to come. Make Global Paints a paint of choice and make your building a paradise. We have weather coat emulsion, undercoat emulsion, silk vinyl emulsion, flat emulsion, super gloss and high gloss. Global Paint, a reliable product.
Acquiring a tin is now easier than ever before with a new interface that is brief, simple, and cuts out all the excess fields from previous applications. All you need is your national ID and you're good to go. No more waiting in long queues, as you can now acquire a tin instantly from wherever you are. Remember, it's free. Experience our new and improved modern interface that is user-friendly.
Thank you for paying your taxes.
Uganda Revenue Authority. Developing Uganda together.
woman is a winner in this World Cup with UBC and your TV. Just dial *210*9#. Make your predictions and win. Terms and conditions apply.
Come to Doha, come to Tara, and Tawa Anna.
Roofings Group, the leading manufacturer of quality steel and plastic products, is proud to be associated with the live broadcast of the 2022 FIFA World Cup Qatar in Uganda. Sustainability is at the heart of Roofing's corporate social responsibility and resonates with the African philosophy of Ubuntu. I am because we are. Every year, Roofing Group provides over 500,000 free tree seedlings through the Regreen Uganda campaign drive. Roofing's factories do not emit fumes into the environment, making it the most environmentally friendly company in East Africa. Roofing's Group is a 360-degree steel and plastic construction requirement in Uganda. Roofing's products are UNBS certified and their processes are ISO accredited. Trust Roofings, the strength of a nation. For all your construction requirements, please call our toll-free number on 0800 240 100.
Roofings, strength of a nation.
You know you are competing for one job. Show me why I should hire you. I have a university degree and 2 years experience.
I have a university degree, 2 years experience, customer care skills, and professionalism.
Are you looking out to be better in your job search opportunities? Look no further. Route International Training is a non-profit organization that seeks to prepare youth like you to stand out as you look out for jobs. They provide you with the required knowledge in business skills, life skills. Enroll now. For more information, please call the numbers on the screen.
Get yourself a Zuku TV decoder and satellite dish today at a low price of only 105,000 Ugandan shillings and a Zuku decoder at only 60,000 Ugandan shillings and enjoy your favorite movies, series, kids entertainment, music, local and international news and lots more. Enjoy amazing packages like Zuku Smart, Zuku Smart Plus, Zuku Classic, Zuku Premium and Zuku Asia. Get connected today. Zuku, life got better.
It's a new world. We are going global. A new world of greater connectivity. From Entebbe to Dubai, London, Mumbai, and Guangzhou. Welcome aboard a great new experience. Uganda Airlines.
INCO is devoted to making professional quality tools affordable. INCO believes that top quality refers to not only function, usability, and appearance, but also efficiency, performance, and maintainability. Our products include safety products, air tools, garden tools, welding machines, generators, measuring tools, power tools, and many more others.
In chess, the small one can become the big one. It's the same here. And here too. Watch every move. Record every number so you can plan better. No matter the size of your dream, success belongs to those who keep today's records clean. File your returns today.
Uganda Revenue Authority. Developing Uganda together.
Good evening, my name is Ruben P. Machirang and I'm glad to be here this evening. Of course, we have to give you the Brazil versus South Korea game, and many are waiting to see if Brazil can go back to Maracana, if that's the word to use, or if they could stay in the tournament after beating Korea. If South Korea makes history, then they will progress to the quarterfinals. If they don't, they will join their fellow Asians, that is Japanese, to the plane back home. I'm in the company of three gentlemen, that is Bosa Haruna, Timothy Kutesa and Michael Sefma Luandaga. But if I go into the game as proper, Michael was telling me about a certain pub somewhere that gives, is it Fantastic Cafe?
Yes, it
or
is.
It's delicious cafe.
It
delicious
is coffee.
tea.
It is
coffee or cafe. You know,
coffee. You know,
coffee.
Yes, it depends on where you had the English lectures from.
Okay, coffee is which language, sir?
Coffee is English from the top schools that offer us the best English.
Like the one on Entebbe Road.
Yes.
The CHEAT.
The one in Chitende.
The CH.
It's a KI.
Anyway, before I go to Bosa Haruna and Timothy Kutesa, you were talking about off air, the cafe pub.
Yeah.
You've been there. I know that you've been there. You've enjoyed what they come up with in terms of tea and what. So share with us how is that tea? How can someone access them and where are they located?
Yes, it's all about cafe pub where you can get some little bit of coffee and you get to enjoy. Also, your evenings could be lunch, could be breakfast, could be dinner. You just get down to Ntinda along Bukoto Shell around there.
Shell Bukoto.
Shell Bukoto.
Okay.
You can find cafe pub right there, and you can also get them at the Parliamentary Avenue here in Kampala.
Next for Nando's.
Yes, the former Nando's.
Okay.
Around there. So you can get some little bit
so
of
do
happiness.
They do takeaway? If I want to, my car is training, I want a coffee. Can I ask for them to do for me a takeaway?
Yes, 100%. They can give you takeaway, and they can also give you lectures. If at all you have the coffee machine at home, they can give you lectures on how to prepare your own coffee in the comforts of your sitting room.
But some of us are married. You can prepare coffee from home. But anyway, Michael, good to see you.
Good to see you.
Looking
too.
fresh.
Thank you very much.
On a Monday evening.
Thank you very much.
How have you been?
I've really been doing very good, having had an exciting weekend. Like I predicted, the Three Lions who will be champions of this 2022 World Cup. Yes, and I'm glad they are still on the run. They are on the run, however, they hurt me a little because since I'm an African, I had a lot of hope in the Senegalese and Moroccans, but now my hope is remaining into the Moroccans. So I'm looking up to tomorrow, but still I stand with my word of the Three Lions, triumphing at the end of the 2022 World Cup in Qatar.
The World Cup that has Argentina and Brazil?
Yes, please.
That World Cup? So they will win it, eh?
Yes. This is a very different Argentina and Brazil.
Timothy, how have you been?
I'm very, very fine. It's been quite an interesting few days, especially over the weekend. And I'm not surprised that he has that kind of attitude because he has been quite consistent in telling us how the Three Lions will clinch the title when it's all said and done. We know when you're asking him, I wanted to ask him the same question, which championship they're going to win, because they have to lock horns with the Kylian Mbappe at the quarterfinals.
They have to first deal with him before they think of the semi-final.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm thinking,
and I see the back four that has Johnston and Maguire. I don't see any progress. But anyway, before we go to Haruna, Michael, I want to be honest with you. When I I was coming here today, I came across your fans in Mukono who said that Dr. Wandaga-san is very brilliant and his prediction is good. And he told me that Bellingham is actually better than Veroni. I laughed at everybody who was at that stage, Boda stage. You know, Boda guys can come up with comparisons. One time they told us that there's this kid